Hi, it's Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and I'm super excited today because my new Korean colouring book has just arrived, and it's by Momo Girl. Let's have a look at it in comparison to Joanna's Christmas. You can see that it's slightly longer, more A4 sized, and it's very thick. It's far thicker than I actually thought it would be. So it's got a lovely laminate cover on it. You could colour that in if you wished. This bit's slightly raised with some gold foiling on there. And then we've got the gorgeous full colour front cover, which is just stunning. Really nice sturdy card cover on there. And then the first print run comes with a complimentary calendar. Now this is on a glossy, looks like A3 size. So although you could colour these in, you're probably going to need something to penetrate this slight gloss on the paper there. We've got like a crimsony purple outline on the images, and these are quite small, so unless you're a big fan of fiddly bits, it's more for looking at than for actually colouring. But they're gorgeous pictures on here. She is such a talent, this girl. So we've got that complimentary calendar. Then our lovely artwork. Now the paper is lovely. It's pretty smooth. It's a slight off-white. It's not a bright white. It's just slightly off-white. There's double-sided printing in it, with some coloured printing like the green there and your lovely sage green backing. I imagine this is a table of contents because it's such a big book, way bigger than what I expected, and also comes with these gorgeous coloured illustrations. So they're just stunning. Now it's glue binding on here, so the pages might slip out. I don't know how strong the binding is going to be, but aren't the coloured pictures just beautiful? As well as being an amazing illustrator, you know, she's just an amazing colorist as well. So that completes the coloured component of the book, and then we sink into the colouring book. Now, they are printed on both sides, but it has a lovely lay flat binding on it, so just by gently pressing on it you won't have any problems getting into that ditch in the middle there. Now the line art is a dull black, but it's very easy to see. I don't think you'll have any problems, even if you have a visual impairment, actually seeing the lines. And she also uses a lot of texture, as you'll notice. I mean, these eyebrows virtually look real, and you've got that light shadowing there and the beautiful lines. It's just beautiful artwork. Now, of course, it lends itself to pencils because it is double-sided printing. But the paper is a lovely medium to heavy quality. It's really a very nice paper, but I just don't see markers in it. But if you are going to give it a whirl, make sure you test it out on a page that you don't love or on a corner. I'm sure that alcohol markers would bleed through, but if you want to try your water-based markers or water-based products, you know, just make sure that you test it out on something that it's not going to matter if it doesn't work out. So we've got these beautiful women, and you know, some of the translation is beautiful women with poem, so I'm not sure. These may be poems. It looks like, you know, an author's name down the bottom, so it could well be a poem. So a page like that might be a decent one to do some testing on if you just weren't worried about losing that page. So we've got lots and lots of texture in the hair, lots of grey around texture on the face, and then just this clear, crisp outline for the rest of the elements. So it's sort of like a guide, you know, showing you what you could do and then, you know, leaving it to you. Now some of these illustrations have got a real hand-drawn look to them. This looks just like, you know, pencil that's been scanned in. It's like a real sketchbook. It's really hand-drawn, different variations, different colours, and it really just looks like a scanned-in pencil sketch, whereas others are, you know, slightly crisper. I think it's absolutely stunning. I've been anxiously waiting for it, and I didn't even know there was going to be a bunny. But the bunny, of course, makes it infinitely better. And we've got all of these gorgeous poppies and these expressive faces. She seems to have a real knack with just putting shadows on there in such a subtle and light form. And we've also got this different variety of girls, like younger girls, older girls, different hair lengths. And that beautiful coloured image from the cover. So it's just stunning, the amount of pictures in this book, the different variations on the faces and the flowers. It'd be lovely to be able to read these poems. And this is one of the first ones that I've seen that doesn't really have a lot of texture added to it, except for this drapery that turns into water. So we've got our tattooed ladies. And beautiful detail on these birds. So a lot of black there. And I know one thing, you know, often when I order things, and I sometimes accidentally order things twice, I actually ordered this one twice, and I'm very glad that I did, because it is just beautiful, as I, you know, suspected that it would be. The little skulls seem at odds with the other parts of the book, but I imagine if you could read that writing, it would make sense. Now these look like they are meant to be cut out and used as postcards, but there's no cut-out line, or maybe it's just 2 images per page, but they are gorgeous. And look at that bunny rabbit. And we've got our happy cat over here, very contented. I'm amazed at all the different hairstyles she's managed to incorporate in the one book, as well as the different types of clothes. And these sort of filler pages are pretty useful if you wanted to do like markers on one of these pages. Now these ones are orientated horizontally, and This is still printed on the same paper. It's just a horizontal image. So I'm grateful that she's put them at the back, because it makes a reviewer's life a misery when we have to keep turning a book around. And sadly we've come to an end, but I seriously think you could spend all year colouring these beautiful images. Isn't that back cover stunning? Just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. One of my favourite books, and that lovely little calendar as well. I don't think I'll be colouring the pictures, but it is certainly lovely to have. So the links, as usual, are below the video. Until next time, happy colouring.